Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Emedemexo. I'm from Delta State, agbor prescribedly. If you subscribe to my channel, you're going to learn more of talk value. Every week, I will upload a video. Mwah. Yeah, guys. So what are we talking about today? Today we are talking about secret life of dein of agbor. Who is dein? For those of you that don't know dein, this is him. The handsome man, the youngest prince. For the whole history of the whole history of Nigeria, the youngest prince, the prince that put crown in his head when he was just 2 years and 4 months. That deal, Litone Ife, may you live long, continue to live long. So guys, this is him. For those of you that don't know dein of agbor, we want to talk about the secret life of him. Dein of agbor have brought out all the secret. What is the secret? The secret of how he was crowned as a king, where he lived all his life. How old was he when he assumed the throne? He has explained everything. He has made it open to everyone to know. You know, many people don't know the age he was when he became king. They don't know how old was he when he assumed his throne, where he lived all his life. Most especially agbor indigene, they don't really know it. Most of the agbor indigene, not all, most of them don't know it. But dein of agbor have revealed everything, but it baffles me how he was able to record many things, how he was able to remember things. What happened at the age of 2 years and 4 months? Shocked me. It surprised me how he was able to record all those things. For those of you that haven't watched the video when he was saying it, watch it now.
You became king at the young age of 2 years and 4 months. What, if anything, do you remember of that coronation, of that occasion?
It would be very difficult to say that I remember much. I do enjoy looking at the photos and wonder what I was thinking as I looked very strangely as they were placing a crown on my head. The recollections are not many. The recollections for me, when I think back, or I try to think back of that, I just recall being protected. I recall a people that were in the throes of love of a young king. I remember people treating me gently. I look back and I have glimpses of being a very, very young monarch, meeting my brother, the Oba of Benin, as the pictures behind will show. But apart from that, most of my memories would obviously have been of the United Kingdom, where I grew up.
Yes, as I say, you then lived abroad for 20 years before returning to the throne. Were the consequences of that long time away from home good or bad?
One has to understand Nigeria is a very peculiar place. I would say if you do not grow up here, Nigeria can be a very tough place to get to know and to get to understand. So certainly there have been the conflicts. I try to do things slightly differently. I've lived under a democracy in the United Kingdom for a very, very long time. I've had an example of the monarchy over there from the Queen of England herself. So certainly there's not a complete smooth transition. Language has often been a slight issue. Certainly I know that some of my elders have not found it too easy to deal with a strong-minded young man. Of course, Africa is a place where normally the young are seen but not heard. But then all of a sudden you have a situation where there's a very, very young monarch who has a very strong voice. I try to be as respectful to my elders as possible. There have been conflicts, but it behoves on me as a monarch to try and be as understanding as I can. I have seen other parts of the world that many Nigerians have not had the opportunity to see. So I have experiences that many other Nigerians have not had the pleasure of having. That being the case, understanding is very, very important.
You lived and schooled in England from a very young age, I think the age of 4. How easy or difficult was it to be just another regular kid, given your pedigree and your background?
Well, importantly, at all times, the palace knew who I was in England. At all times, the head of each school knew who I was. But I often tell people, I thank God that people didn't know who I was. I'm very happy for it. I enjoyed it. I might have been a very different person had my father been alive and had I grown up with a silver spoon in my mouth. So I only can thank the Almighty God that I've had the experience that I've had, because it allowed me to see things from another point of view. I was able to see how normal people lived. I was able to see what normal people went through. And that, to me, is something that I wouldn't exchange for any other experience in the world. I've often said that I think it's very, very important that everybody in power, whether you be a president, whether you be a monarch, once every year, go to somewhere where nobody knows you, so that you remember you are but a man. You are but a man that many people have placed trust in. Trust is a very powerful word. It comes with duties, it comes with obligations. You must remember you are serving people, you are helping people, as well as leading them. So I think it's always very, very important for us as leaders not to lose that humility.
As Your Majesty has said a few times during this interview, the dein is still a young man, a young monarch. Is youth an advantage in your role as traditional ruler, or a hindrance?
I suppose you could say it can tend to be both. With myself, particularly, I think I've been quite lucky. I've had the likes of the Oba of Benin, the Oni of Ife, the former Emir of Kano, Adobayero. I've had the likes of the current Sultan of Sokoto. I've had the likes of President Obasanjo, Noel OJ. I've had the likes of Tos Benson. I've had the likes of many people there to give me advice and there to guide me. So that being the case, I've always understood that certainly I am a very young person in usually what is in an elderly person's role. So I have sensitivities towards that, and I try to direct myself as much as possible. But the youth that God has given me has also given me great advantages. If my president wishes me to go and do something on the nation's behalf, or indeed the state needs me to do something on their behalf, I have the legs to do it. I can move around easily. I can try and sell and market this country as much as possible. I can market my people as much as possible. So certainly the youth has been an advantage. And of course, with youth, I look forward to so many things that I still have to learn.
Your Royal Majesty, we thank you for your time.
Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. And God bless you.
You guys have had it all. That is the secret of dein, of agbor. Yeah, the secret is not much. I know say most of them here don't they itch. And I want to know the secret. The secret where they keep. They know they keep any secret though. The secret is, how was he able to rule as a king, as the young king? You have seen the secret. He traveled, not that he was ruling at that age. He traveled, grew his life in UK. At the age of 20 to 20 something, he came back to his kingdom and assumed his throne. You understand? So I believe that time away, some people are ruling for him. They are, You understand my point? If this is your first time of visiting my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. Click the bell of notification so that whenever I upload new video, you guys can be notified. So thank you very much, guys. See you next week. Bye.